replacing the boost pump in your old Ford truck like mine, all you're going to need is a screwdriver, a hammer. You don't need these and you won't need this unless you did what I did. So, and you need a bag of junk when they give you. New boost pump, the old boost pump quit giving her. Had to smack her with a hammer to keep her going. So that was junk, bought a new one. So let's get to work. What you're going to need to do is when you crawl into that truck, it's just, you got to move this cap, take off your high pressure hoses, get out of here. And you take a hammer, just knock that right off there. We'll get a tap with a hammer, pop the steering off, and just taking all the smells from this old gas tank. But this is actually the rear tank. I'm doing the one for the front tank. But this is what you're going to look at. And there you just need to disconnect this line right there, get some new clamps for it, and unscrew these two nuts right here, pop off your screen, pop this off there, and put your new one right in place of it. Simple. Now this truck has enough room, I could already squeeze under there, but put some ramps on the bottom of there and a redneck shop floor. You can just crawl around in style. Now you just have all the room to sit up in here. So anyway, there's a fuel pump, high pressure lines. Pretty simple, these things here. Just take a screwdriver and pop up just like that. Now you're going to remember, the little one's your return line. The big one is the inlet. Stick your return line under there, under the frame like that. Oh, looks like I have an extra one of these. Pop them off just like that. And then here's your wiring harness set up right back here. Take your screwdriver and your hammer. Just give one good couple taps, pop this right off there. And since this is an old school truck, you don't have to take the gas tank off, you don't have to drop the tank, don't cut a hole in the top of here. You just take this and slide it right out of the dang truck like it's meant to. Just move your wiring harness, set that over there. And try not to get too much dust in this thing, you don't want it's too filthy. Pop this out right here. Pretty simple. Twister. Like that. Comes right out of there. Oh, I gotta get the sending unit out. There we go. Super simple. And here's the quick roadside fix. If your pump is drawing too much power, makes your other inlet pump overheat, which is one of these. This is your rail pump right here. So that wasn't the problem with this. If you hear this buzzing, it'll start humming real loud. That's usually your problem, is this here. So anyway, I took a piece of fuel line, took a little extra fuel filter to make as the screen. Took a piece of little extra long fuel line on there, squeezed it in there, and I clipped this off there, which is what I got to fix now, because I didn't want any chance of this sparking anyway to that gas tank, because there's 12 volts going to there. So took it here, just got it out of the way, piece of fuel line. This will make up for it. Your pump will still make noise. It doesn't want to stay like this, but it does help it so it doesn't overheat so bad. So here's what the kit came with from AutoZone. Comes with extra clip, another extra clip, extra high pressure hose lines. This piece here sits down in here for the pump, and some extra O-rings for your gas tank there. I'm guessing this is an extra piece of fuel line, but we don't need that. Focus. This is your negative side. This is your positive side. Mark it on there so I don't forget as I'm hooking it up. So anyway, you squeeze your fuel line on here, pinch it up to this part right here. Then you take and start connecting your wires. Well, no big shocker. That's too short, piece of fuel line. Guess what? I just had to cut the size. You want your fuel line piece to be about 2.5 inches. That's what you want. That fits just perfect up there. Because you have to squeeze this part down. It has to go into here. So that's what you need. Alright, get your wires on there. Everything reassembled correctly. Correctly-ish. Put the bottom screen on here now. And be ready to connect to the truck. And another fault with the AutoZone kit. Didn't come with the bottom piece that you need to put on top of the bottom of the fuel pump. Focus, so that's no problem. You have the old pump, you take it off there. Take a piece of that correct tool and just twist it off there and fix your dents and squeeze it back on. Then you just focus, pop that right back on there. Anyway, that's put back together. Everything should be ready to go back on the truck. And get a helper out here to turn the ignition on for me so I can hear the pump run before I stick in the gas tank. And there we go. Here she is, all ready to go back in the truck. Go ahead and pop it in here. So might not be able to do this with the camera in my hand because this needs to be done properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and fit this in here. Yeah, well, the screen totally didn't just fall in the tank, so there's that. Yippee. Squeeze this piece on here, stick this back in here, and then it goes back on the fuel pump. Alright, test out the new fuel pump. Go ahead and turn it on. Listen to that. Perfect. Yeah. Of course now it's raining and yeah, it just ran nicely here, and I got my mom in the truck, they're working. I gotta pop this thing on here. You're gonna find a problem with this. This is gonna be a pain in the butt to get on there, especially if you got water pouring on your leg. So I'm gonna squeeze this by hand a little bit, and then we'll wrap on with the hammer a bit. So now that it's raining insane, the kit did come with new clips, and they're right here. And the first thing you're gonna know is these little freaking black things right here. There's a little in the corner. There's a little, what's on the light here? There's tabs. You just want to rip them right off there because they catch and they do not let you put them on there. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and connect your fuel lines here. Remember, this is the big one. Sorry, alright. This big one is the one that goes to the truck. The little ones return. Pop this down before I get water, and it don't really make a big difference, but pop them on there. Grab your clips. I'm going to clip them right on this. There it goes. So this one here has the clip on it still. And it can tend to be a little bit difficult to get in. Oh no, that should work good for once. Go ahead and connect the wire and harness here. Sorry about my camera work, my back's cramped up really bad. So everything's put back together correctly. It's good to have leftover parts and stuff laying around. It means you fixed it, you customized it. Now, this gas tank, this is the way it came out of here. The sending unit on this truck is a little off. When it says it has a quarter tank, it actually has 2 gallons left in it. Typical Ford thing. It's got a new gas tank here, and I got the tank that you see that's now open, collecting water is what's in the back of the truck. Anyway, it's not nothing to do with anything. So let's get this thing started up. See what I have to deal with. Goodness gracious. Thumbs up for the redneck shock floor. Anyway. Well, good luck. Yeah, I hope this works this time. Let's see. Cycle the fuel pump. Cycle it again. Cycle it again. Better throttle response. Oh yeah, truck's back, good tunes, dog. Weather sucks, but whatever.